Welcome everybody to Forza Motorsport 6, and today we're dealing with a 1955 Porsche 550 Spyder. Now this was the first car from Porsche to be primarily made for racing and was produced from between 1953 to 1956. And up front we have the spare wheel and the fuel tank. Not all that interesting, but thought you should just know anyway. And at the rear we have the engine, as usual. Oh, sorry about that. It's difficult with this Forza Vista to get the buttons right, but yeah. At the back we have a 1.5 litre flat 4 engine producing 109 horsepower and 95 pound-feet of torque, which granted isn't all that much, but is still quite a lot when you consider that it only weighs 1,510 pounds. So yeah, not all that weight at all on this car, and part of that is down to the fact that it has a space frame tubular chassis, which not only makes it lighter, so that's why it does weigh only 1,510 pounds, but also makes it more rigid and more stable. So yeah, this was at a cutting edge of technology at the time, and it's why it was highly successful in terms of racing, and also sparked global sales for Porsche, and the rest is history in that front. So yeah, this is primarily a track car, so to get a real sense of how this car is, I'm going to go take it onto the track. So see you when we get there. Welcome everybody to Virginia International Raceway. We're going to be taking this car around on the first lap and talk through it on the second lap. So as you can see, despite the fact that granted it doesn't have all that much power, because it is as light as it is, thanks to the space frame tubular chassis and the fact that it doesn't have any creature comforts whatsoever, it's pretty decent in terms of speed and acceleration. So yeah, it'll do 0 to 60 in 7.360 seconds, 0 to 100 in 19.740 seconds, and it'll go on to a top speed of 142 mile an hour, which today is pretty quick, never mind back in 1955, and that's why it was so successful in terms of racing. This car was also notable for being the car that unfortunately James Dean crashed and was killed in back in 1955, I think it was. And yeah, got a kind of a reputation for being a bit of a giant killer in general, because not only was it as quick as it was in general, but in terms of other cars that were more powerful and in general quicker in terms of top speed, because it was so light and nimble, it could beat other cars that had a lot more power than it, purely because it handles so well. And as you can see, even with today's eyes, it handles really well. It's really quite flat and level and agile, and far better than you'd expect from a 60-plus-year-old car. So yeah, in conclusion, a cracking racer. Certainly a car that I'd imagine enjoying if I could ever own one, though considering the fact that they cost nearly $7,000 back in 1955. They're going for quite a fair bit more than that now. But yeah, on the whole, really good car, sounds good, looks pretty decent, and is fast and agile, and is certainly good on the track. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.